is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. First man through, it's the fullback use check. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. And now they'll throw with Lance. His throw is going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well,
trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And they will score. It's a pick 6. For the Cardinals touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields this way up at the 17 and able to take it past the 20. 5 and up to the 28-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Here's 2nd and 10. The Lance going to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The 1st down at about the 38. Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance rolling to his right. This is caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up first and goal.
Sermon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Mitchell. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point attempt to follow here. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward. But they kick it here, and it's good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
On 2nd down, Kirk. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. These two teams all tied after 1. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, All you can do is just loft one toward the bench, not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake. Lance. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Lance looking to throw it. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. There he goes left side. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they scored a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir.
Good in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Jennings now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now from Murray. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Wiggles free. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Lance. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Hey, we got four down. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Watch 57.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Devon Kennard. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 16. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, Sermon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now a handoff, Sermon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Jennings now on the return. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 18 yards, first down Niners.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Another carry here for the fullback, Juszczyk. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On second down, it's Sermon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Jennings now on the return. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. from the gun. Murray. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Murray hook it up with Kirk for an Arizona first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down. Now Murray off play action. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Easy. Hey.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw is Murray. Going for the deep ball. Touchdown. It's complete. And Isabella. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Second down and 8. Play action, now it's Lance. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing his Lance on third down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Sermon, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Sermon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Jennings now on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked up on the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
No gain on the play there, second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Finding room to the 20, and he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Sermon. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to her, partner. Just do it.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Dee Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And some space here. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Now Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Lance now on 1st down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it. Sermon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll let this go for the end zone. And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Caught left side Hopkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Murray now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tardarius Moore, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
First down, Murray. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't.
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. And this is going to be 49er football.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
On the counter, Sermon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Again, it's Sermon. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Now Lance. Flush to his right. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Mohamed Sanu. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Sly on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. And his kick is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the 49ers, they level their mark at 4-4 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3.